my channel. It has been a long time. I am in a new space and I love it. I have moved house and everything around me is white, grey and pink, which is just the way I like it. Today I've done this everyday look, just the one that I do in the morning. All the products that I've used I am loving right now. I just needed a look that was really simple. I need 20 minutes in the morning. I love my sleep too much to do any more than that. So this is the look that I've been doing every day. It stays on all day and I love the fact that it's just neutral, so it goes with everything. Even if you're changing outfits throughout the day or if you need to glam it up at night, you can totally just add some eyeshadow to this and you are good to go. And if you want to see how I got this look, then please just keep watching. Because whenever I do my everyday makeup, I want it to stay on all day because I'm usually at work or rushing around doing things and I don't want to look in the mirror at the end of the day and it's all gone. So I use a mixture of the Max Factor Face Finity Primer and I also use the MAC Prep and Prime Skin Base Visage. I love a mix of the two because the MAC one has more of a shimmer in it. This one is more mattifying, but like together I think they're the perfect primer because I don't want just mattifying and I don't want just glittery. I just do like half a pump of each and apply that all over. Especially around here because I find that this is where my foundation rubs off and around my mouth. Next I go onto my foundation. I have used this foundation for absolutely years. I think I used it in like my very first video. It's the L'Oreal Paris Infallible 24 hour, if that focuses, 24 hour Stay Fresh foundation in Golden Sand. I really like this foundation. It does tend to just stay on me all day, and also I don't like buying foundations that break the bank because they're just gone so quickly. So I just use about 2 pumps of this just right on top of my brush. I love these brushes. They're from Home Bargains. They're about £2 and I find that they're just so good at blending that I don't need to buy a really expensive brush. I always get foundation in my hair and it's a pet hate. You know, the little baby hairs around your head. I hate getting foundation in those. Right. Next I'm going to take some concealer for under my eyes. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand first so it just blends nicely and warms up a little bit. I'm using the Dream Brightening Creamy Concealer from Maybelline New York in Ivory, number 10, and I really like this one. I usually use the Instant Anti-Eraser Eye one from Maybelline, but it was all out of stock and I have a tiny bit left, so I'm just using this one for now and putting a little bit of this over. But I just blend this on the back of my hand, so I just pop some just on there just so it warms up, because I find that this, it's kind of like a crayon, but if you drag it under your eyes it just would look like it's gonna take your eyeball off. So I just blend that underneath with my fingers. I take that down my nose because I have a thing about slimming my nose. I know, but I will never be one of those people who gets a nose job because the idea that they break your nose is just horrifying. Like, I would not want somebody voluntarily to break my nose, so instead of that I just find clever ways of making my nose look smaller, or I think my nose looks smaller. So I drag the light colour down the side of my nose there as part of my contouring and just blend that out in kind of like a V. And then I'm going to take some of the really loved Instant Anti-Age Eraser Eye from Maybelline and just pop a little bit of that. I don't know why, it just blends things really nicely, and if I put powder straight on top of the other one it separates a little bit, so I'm just going to put that under there. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender. It is disgusting, I know I need to wash it, but I'm just going to take that and push that in. I'm just going to take I think this is Maybelline again. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with Maybelline. But it's just really good value and I really like the products. I think it's oh no, it's Rimmel. Correct me. It's all rubbed off. So it's Rimmel's transparent, just loose powder. I really like it, you get loads. I was on the MAC one for a while, but this one I found is really good. And the MAC one sometimes flashbacks in photos, so this one's been fine. So I'm just going to push a little bit of that on under the eyes and just in the middle of my brows, because I found that I get really shiny there. And then I'm just going to take like a little kabuki brush. It's not got a name or anything, it's just a random brush. And sweep a bit of powder everywhere else. It is the MAC bronzing powder, just this one, just the original one, and it's in matte bronze. I find this really important to have a matte bronzer for contouring, just so it doesn't add highlight, because you want it to be matte where the shadows are meant to be. I just use a tiny little, I think it's like from a Bare Minerals set, just a tiny little thing. And then I squeeze it together so it creates a line. I'm not one for buying like the NARS £40 contouring brush, just such a cheapskate. And then so I go right into the hollows of my cheeks, and I try and go right up to the hairline, because I find that some people miss a section and then it looks a bit odd, but I try and go right to the top of the ear and bring that down. And then follow it again adjacent. Is it adjacent? Parallel. There we go, mask, GCSE mask comes in handy for something. Just under the chin, down the other jaw. I'm just going to take a little bit of bronzer down my neck as well. Right through the top of that hairline. And then I am going to take the bronzer just on my nose, the other side, and under there. I like having a bronzed face, if you can't tell, but I'm going to go over it just with my powder brush. Swipe that under the eye area. I'm going to use this blush, and it's by Sleek, and I love the Sleek blushes. They're just so nice. And I can't remember what this name is. Lysa Peach. It's nearly rubbed off, but so I'm just going to take another little Bare Minerals tiny thing. Get it right on the centre of the cheek, but do swipe it up a little bit because you don't want a random gap there. Okay, now I'm going to move on to my brows, and I have been using this product for maybe about a year, but I love it. It is the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, just this little one, in taupe. And I love this one for blonde hair people. You need to buy this because it's so good. And I just take a little kind of angled brush. I just apply that to the brows, and I start with the underneath of the inside, and then I work out, and then I do the tail of the brow, and then I start from there because I want it to be slightly faded. And I'm not blessed with like long brows, so I try and elongate them. Like that, just to create a bit more of a shape. I have a scar in this eyebrow from when my sister chased me around a chair into a table, but this is the only product I can find that covers it. Thank you, Zoe, for blessing me with a scar in my eyebrow. So like that compared to that, so much better. Try and make sure that they are the same. Then I'm going to use this really nice, I don't know what it's actually meant to be for. It's an eyeshadow corrector, but I use it under my brows, and it's so good. It's just like a flesh toned pencil. and I just take it under the brows just to define them a little bit more. It's really, really good, especially if you have a few brow hairs that are going a bit astray. Then I'm just going to take it slightly down my nose just for highlight. Just where I'm going to put the powder highlight on top of there. I'm just going to make sure it's all blended in under the brows. It's just so good if you've not plucked your eyebrows in a while and you need to cover them little ones up. Then I'm just going to set my brows with the Revlon Brow Styling Gel. It's lasted me forever and I love it. You just need a little bit just to make sure that they don't go anywhere and the colour stays all day. Next I'm going to take the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. It's just the eye primer and I just like this to cover like the veins on the top of my eyes. It just creates a nice base. I don't usually do eyeshadow for every day. It's just because I usually have about 20 minutes to do my makeup in the morning because I like to sleep in. Next I'm going to highlight with my favourite highlighter. It has broken. It's one of those heartbreaking moments when your whole highlight just kind of crumbles and it's just the worst. But hashtag first world problems. It's not really a problem at all. But so I just keep it in like a little plastic bag. Otherwise it'll go everywhere. It's just the Delilah. It's very dirty, sorry. The Delilah Pure Light Compact Illuminating Powder in Aurora. I can't say that. A-U-R-A. Don't know how you say it, but it's the most gorgeous highlighter and look at that. That's really sad. That's really quite upsetting, but we press on. I'm just going to take a little bit of that on my finger because you do not need a lot of this stuff. It's so pigmented. So I'm just going to put a little bit down the centre of my nose and a little bit just on the end as well. I always like to highlight. I just love highlighting even for every day. I think it's just really nice to have a little bit extra since I don't put any eyeshadow or anything. And I'm just going to take it underneath my eye, blend that in. Underneath my eye, underneath my brow bone, underneath the brow bone and blend it in. And also on top of the Cupid's bow. Some people don't like to do that, but I still like it, and just underneath as well I take it. And I just dab a little bit of that in because I find that it's easier to do down the side of your cheekbones. So I just join that up there and blend that out with my finger. Because I don't know why, but it never looks good when I do it with my finger. Next I'm just going to finish off my eyes. I usually wear quite a bit of mascara just on the everyday makeup look, but I do have some lash extensions on. These are the Nuvo lash extensions that last about 3 weeks and I would really recommend them because they're so good. I love them. They do get a bit tangled, but I've got a little brush to like brush them out and they're so nice. So I'm just going to take my white eyeliner by Rimmel. I really like putting white in the waterline of my eye just because I think it makes you look really awake, especially on a busy morning. Then I'm going to take my usual volume Million Lashes mascara, just in black. I'm just going to do a few of my bottom lashes just because I think it looks odd on me with the top ones and not the bottom ones. And then all I have left to do is the lip colour, and I usually go for quite neutral lip. I have a few different lip liners and just a bit of lipstick. If I'm really feeling adventurous I will go for gloss. So first of all I apply some lip balm to my lips, just the Nivea Essential Care. And then I take the Natural Collection Lip Lines Lip Liner. I really like this lip liner. I don't think there's any point in spending a lot of money on a lip liner, just because these ones are great, and I think it was about £1, and it's under the name Express. I do like to overline my lips a little bit, just to make it a little bit more fuller, because I feel like I've got, my bottom lip's fine, but the top lip's sometimes a bit thin, so. And then once I've lined my lips, I use MAC Honey Love in matte, just to do a little bit of the inside. I don't like putting loads of lipstick off because it just chips off me all day, but I just use a little bit to blend in. Then if I am feeling a little bit more glam on that day, I will use some MAC see-through lip glass, I think it's called, and I'll just pop a little bit in the middle of my lips. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is just my everyday makeup look. It takes me about 20 minutes, just if I'm ever needing to go out anywhere or if I'm going to work. It just lasts me all day and I love it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe and like the video if you did like, and I will see you again soon.
Let's not